Right. Let's see how this goes. I don't think anyone's aware that I'm doing this, so we'll treat this as a trial version. I've actually got YouTube running, and it's quite nerving because I haven't done this before. There's about a 15-second delay. I don't know whether that's me or what, but anyway, so this is a Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I'm going to practice formation flying using Sky Dolly. So I've done this a couple of times, and it is really difficult, so we'll see how we go. Let's jump down to the simulator, and as you can see, here I am. I'm actually at Shoreham, and the Spitfire, if we jump into it now, hopefully someone's going to give me some feedback on this, because I can never start this aircraft the way it's supposed to. Let me show you what I mean. I'll call up the tablet, which I believe is there. Yeah. Pull up the tablet and go to the front and go through the various things. So parking brake. Parking brake is set. Oh, it's yoke visibility. Where you gone? Where's my yoke? There we go. Parking brake is set. Battery on. Well, the battery's on. It's not a problem. Battery is switched on by putting the throttle full forward. Prop control. Full forward. So we do that. Oops, checklists. Carb air filter. Full open, full forward. Carb air filter. Which is, where's the carb air filter? Engine prime, carb air filter. Oh, there we go. That one full forward. So it's been a while since I've done this plane. Fuel on. That out of the way. Fuel on. Mixture idle cutoff. That's that one there. Back to idle cutoff. External tank off. That's that one there. It is off. Throttle open 1/2 inch. So about there. Booster or wobble pump until pressure low light goes off. So if I switch the fuel pump on, which is one of these down here, I just got it. Right, oh, there we go. Switch the fuel pump on. And wobble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fuel light's not going off. So I've done something wrong already. Primer as required. Start booster core. So if I can't get that light to go out, it's never going to start, is it? We pull both of these down. Magneto's on. And try start. No, so I'm going to have to do some work on that, and I don't want to waste time. Let's get rid of the tablet. It's not working for me. Anyway, And let's cheat and do Control E. Haha. I'll back off on the throttle a little bit. So pull this up, and we don't want to lock it yet. I'm actually going to be doing this in VR, so I'll put the headset on in a second, but we need to start Sky Dolly. So hit the record button and we're ready to go. So switch to VR, and to make it a little bit more comfortable for you to watch, let's bring this down and go to that view. That's fine, and I can put my headset on. There we go. Windows 11, and I keep getting this crash. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you just press a button on the controller and it seems to work. I'm running the experimental software, and now I've got a there we go. Okie doke. Yeah, I'm running the experimental version of the Oculus software, but I'm still getting this error on Oculus Home sometimes. Get myself comfortable. Can't see a thing, of course, so I don't know what you're seeing. And I won't be able to see any chat for the moment, so... Oh, Jesus. Oh, the joys of doing this live. Let's move that microphone back a bit. So, if anyone does join, I will chat to you when I land. So let's release the brakes and start the taxi. So the idea with Sky Dolly is you can do a flight, record it, and then you can play back the flight as AI traffic and fly along with it, and you can do that as many times as you want. So this allows me to practice formation flying. Now, I have tried this a couple of times in the past. I tried it on X-Plane with a flight recording program on there, and this is Sky Dolly, as I said, which is free software. I do have a commercial package from Fabio, but to be quite honest, this free version is better than the £20 version for a commercial product. Anyway, so, and it is really hard flying in VR. Sorry, flying formation. It's a bit easier in VR because you can do this looking around, and it's a lot of throttle control. Now, I love this aircraft once it's up in the air. Getting it up in the air is something of a challenge though. Too much torque. Let's put some lights on. I need my controller. So, nav lights on. We don't lock the door or pull the canopy until we're in the air. And put the magneto cover, these covers back on. Start a button, etc. And let's see how we go. Oh, I've got to put a little bit of trim, a little bit of down trim. Okey-doke. Off on the brakes, gentle up on the power, back on the stick a little bit apparently until we pick up speed, and then we can let the stick, and I've messed it up. I've messed it up. Whoa! Not one of my better takeoffs. Anyway, we're up. Let's bring the gear up. Now I can lock the door, close the canopy, a little bit quieter, and I'm going to do this at about 1,000 feet, so we'll climb to 1,000 feet and then we'll start our turn. Bring the throttle back, 0 boost, there we go, and start our turn. Try and keep fairly level. So I'm going to turn south. Nice gentle bank. So I'm going 180 degrees down to the coast. Up a bit. Along the coastline for a little bit. Trying to keep as close to 1,000 feet. Because I'm going to have to chase this and follow it. And here we go. Leveling off. Right, 1,000 feet, down a bit. So flying manually. Now of course when you stream, and I'm using OBS to capture this with an Elgato card. When you stream, it never looks as good as it does in the headset, and I know that this is a cheap headset. Cheap. An inexpensive headset compared to some, but it does look good. It looks very good, particularly in this new computer. Going a little bit fast. Remember, I'm going to have to try and catch up with this, and I want to be keeping this at about 1,000 feet. So along the coastline, climb a little bit, just watching the instruments. So yeah, this is quite a challenge, and how they do it in real life. Now I know of course in real life they got radio, so they can say I'm now going to start banking, and we're going breaking news, rails over tracks. This is why I can't do the chat at the moment. I'm trying to find a way of getting the chat window into VR. I've watched a couple of videos, but it's all round Steam, and of course I'm not using Steam. I think it is possible to use Steam and Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I just don't see the point of adding another layer of processing onto the system when I've got to have Oculus running anyway. So have a quick look outside for 2 seconds. Fantastic. Can't stay outside too long because I want to see what's happening. I need a reference point for doing my turn back, but I've got to give myself enough time to catch up, max speed and fly level. And on my previous attempts at doing this, it took quite a bit of time. See, my speed is going up and down constantly. I'm not holding ideally I want to be doing about 220, so I need a reference point. And yeah, there's a Looks like it might have been an airfield at one stage down there. Now I'm losing altitude. Right. That industrial unit and that. So those industrial units there and that building there and that distinctive coastline shape is a good point. Oh, there's an airfield. What one that is? We'll use that as our turning point anyway. So bank. Back on the throttle a bit. Speeds raised a bit, so I need to go a full 180 degrees, fly back to the airfield, land, go back to the parking, and then I can stop the recording. So, and the reason I'm going for these gentle banks is to make it easier for the formation flying. So I'm actually going to carry on all the way round this bank angle. So to get close to the coast. So I'm going to straighten up here. Now when I practiced formation flying in X-Plane, 2-3 years ago, there is a video somewhere on YouTube about it. I was doing it with the red arrows, the Hawk, and to be quite honest, I didn't have the faintest idea what I was doing. And it was near on impossible. Well, one of the problems, of course, is speed. When you're in a jet engine and you shut the throttle down, you don't get the same sort of effect that when you slow down on a propeller. So it is therefore a thought that doing this in a propeller aeroplane would be easier than doing it in a jet. And once I can master this, then I can start trying some aerobatics and some other stuff. And you've got to practice before you try doing it with someone else, so you don't look a complete idiot. So that's looking good. So straight back to Shoreham, park up, take the headset off, and look at Sky Dolly and do the next flight. Still a little bit fast for me. I've switched the aircon on in the office as I'm streaming, and it's getting a bit warm. I can hear the fans on the computer beginning to accelerate a bit. Oh yeah, the processor's running at 70 degrees. So I think that looks like the airfield. Yep, there it is, just there on the left. So we can slow down a little bit. Yeah, there's the runway. And there's the Pappy. Looks like we're a little bit high at the moment. And flaps. Flaps. There we go. Gear down. Line up. A little bit low. It's a little bit low. See how much of a ham-fisted job I make of the landing, seeing as the takeoff wasn't very good. Well, I didn't kangaroo hop. I'm not sure I stayed on the runway, but braking, gentle braking. And well, I'm quite happy with that. So let's work our way back. Like I said, I don't think anyone knows I'm broadcasting, but I can't see if there is anyone asking questions, but I'll have a quick look at the chat when I take my VR headset off. And once again, I am practicing, or attempting to do some formation flying. It should be easier in a propeller than a jet plane. Well, that's my logic way of thinking, because the speed on the prop it reacts quicker to throttle changes than a jet does. Well, we'll see if that's true. And if I was going to fly formation in a prop, why would I want to do that in a Cessna? Of course you want to do it in a Spitfire. I mean, this plane is just so much fun when it's in the air. When it's on the ground, it's a nightmare. Brake gentle, parking brakes on, out of VR, headset off. Good. I am doing this alone. So, Oculus hardware notification, don't know what that was. Let's bring the mouse back up and put you back to this one. So Sky Dolly, there it is, and I can stop. there's my flight. It's in the Supermarine aircraft. Departure custom, that's because I'm not using one of the stock airports. I'm using a freeware add-on for Shoreham. And then we're ready to fly in formation. And to fly in formation, you hit this button. You pick the flight. Relative position. I think this is from where you're starting off, but anyway. Aircraft, select user aircraft. The aircraft being followed by the virtual camera in the flight simulator can also be changed during replay. We can play with that later on. So we just go to formation and hit record. Let me have a sip of this. I'm going to actually put the aircon on just to cool off a little bit. And so let's do this, shall we? So I hit play. Get rid of that. Go into VR. In-game VR. Put the headset on and let's have a look. Hopefully I should see somewhere that other Spit. It's outside. Well, there's my one. Did I actually press the play button? Take the headset off a second. And out of VR. No, stop. I hit the play button. That's wrong. I should have hit the record button. So let's hit the record button. Now you've got it. There's aircraft 1, there's aircraft 2. Back into VR. Yeah, so I lined myself up to be at this position, so I'm just waiting for me over there to take off. I'll put my nav lights on. Don't know why I'm trying to use the mouse. Flaps up. I'm going to close the canopy now, only because I'm going to be too busy trying to line this up. So, is he going to move? How long was I sat there? Ooh, careful on the brakes. So the trick is, once I'm in the air, to be this close. It's a little bit behind. Ah, he's moving. He's moving. I'm moving. Now the playback. There's a blooming truck in my way. Of course I could have flown through him, driven through him, because crash detection on Microsoft Flight Simulator, some objects you can just see through, drive through. So it's the crab-like taxi. Yeah, so the playback, the plane in front that I'm playing back, is jumping up and down a bit. That is a limitation of the SDK, so I'm told. Exactly the same thing happened in X-Plane though. Except when I do the final flight, and I just record the planes together to make a movie of it, it runs a bit smoother. Anyway, he's about to line up. I need to put a little bit of trim on. There we go. So obviously we're military aircraft, so we're doing a squadron takeoff. Squadron of 2. I don't want to be too far behind him because I've got to catch up. Let's see if I can take off a little bit smoother this time than I did last time. Come on then, you're clear to go. Did I really spend that? Oh, there, okay. Did I really spend that long checking things out? So, building up speed, too much. Whoa, I'm too close. Yeah. Right, let's get out of my way. Luckily, I don't have crash detection on. So, gear up. There we go. Whoa! Oh, the joy, the joy, the joy. What was I playing at? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. No. I'm so glad no one's watching this. So this one has got, so I've got 2 recordings here. Stop. Stop. Oh, it stopped automatically because the simulator crashed out. Let's change the view. It's all a good learning curve, isn't it? Where's my mouse? Oh, let's... For some reason OBS is stuck in that view, never mind. So, I started off on the taxiway because that's where I put myself. Let's put this plane to the right of it, and I'm going to go for this recording here. Well, there's only... Oh! Sequence 1, sequence 2. I don't want sequence 2, surely. Let's hit record and see what happens. Restart. Ready to fly. Sequence 3. Start. no, I've got two planes on top of one another. This isn't working, is it? Oh! Let's... Thanks for that comment, Chris. Or Christopher. Let's have a look what's happening. One aircraft, so that's no good. I'm trying to do formation flying. Oh, Sky Dolly seems to have disappeared. Okay. Where's Sky Dolly? And then my VR's crashing. Okay, okay. And Sky Dolly. Formation. Ah, that's good. So let's put myself to the left. Load this flight and go to record. Stop. That's it. So there's a Spitfire in front there. Okay, I think we're ready to have another go at this. Yeah, there I am. This is my first flight. This is the flight I'm about to do. Headset on. Fatal error. Oculus dash. Let's bring the... Close that. Yes, I know I shouldn't close the canopy until I've taken off, but as I said, I've got too much going on to worry about that. So, quick slurp. So, apparently, doing a little bit of reading. Set myself up. Formation flying is all about lots of throttle control, and you're constantly working the throttle. So I'm using a X56 HOTAS, and so I've got the joystick and the throttle. Don't want to be doing this with the honeycomb. Let's get this. Now this Flying Iron does have autopilot, and I could cheat and try and do it with autopilot, but I've been told, or I read, that using autopilot for formation flying is a complete waste of time. Brakes off. He will start taxiing in a minute. Jump outside. Yeah, you're not supposed to use autopilot to... Not supposed to. Apparently it just doesn't work. It's... You can't fly formation using autopilots. This is Shoreham EGKA. It is the freeware version. I love it. I've got all these free airports, but every time I go in and select an airport in the flight planner, Microsoft are always telling me, oh, do you want to buy this one? I mean, why? This is pretty good. And when you're at Gatwick, I mean, that free version of Gatwick Extreme, brilliant. I do actually want to do this formation flying over Duxford, because again, the scenery for Duxford is stunning. But I quite like flying along the coast because it gives me a reference point. This is why I did it. So just waiting for him to pull away. Him to pull away. Him, of course, is me. Let's jump back in. Hello, me. I can't believe the first flight I did, I sat there for so long talking. I also wonder if I'm turning my head. I should mirror this, shouldn't I? Because when I... Oh no, that's fine. Come on, hurry up. What's the time? It's 11:15. Are you actually going to move? This is actually running. He says, looking at Sky Dolly. For us glass wearers, 6 minutes. Yeah, it's playing. He's just not moving anywhere. I bet I'm playing the wrong flight. I bet I'm playing the wrong bloody flight. But it was the only one there. Don't seem to be moving anywhere. No, something gone wrong. Oh! Formation. Stop. Oh, that was a 4-second flight. Stop. Scrub this forward. No, that plane's not moving. Well, I screwed something up. Ah! Oh no, that was the one I just did. So is that the... Ah. Oh, that's him returning. Logbook. Ah, those... Right, I don't know what I've done here. Oh, that must have been the first flight. That one there. Duration 7 minutes. It's got to be that one, hasn't it? It was a 7-minute flight I took. So load that. Hit record. Fast forward. I can't do that. Wow. That was a bleeding disaster, wasn't it? Perhaps I should start again. Seeing as I screwed up. Stop. Logbook. Record a new flight. Let's do that. Record a new flight. Of course, if I do this on a regular basis, if anyone wants to join in and have a practice at some formation flying, why not? Shoreham's a pretty good place to fly from. Put the lights on. Wing change direction. I think we are okay. Might get a chance to practice my Spitfire takeoffs. Practice makes perfect. I'm not even sure if this sound's working, but never mind. Whoa. Of course, this is why you've got to have the canopy open so you can look outside. Yeah, we're good for taking off on this runway, I think. Bit of a crosswind. Could use the grass runway. Right. Check the trim. Down. Oh. Whoops. If you're going to look down, Russell, put the brakes on. Right. So down a couple of notches. Throttle gently up. Off the brakes. Stick back until we pick up some speed. Stick forward, whoa, stick forward, try and keep it on the, wow, At least I'm not pretty, but I stayed on the runway. Gear up. Pick up speed before we do any real climbing. Up to 1,000 feet. Level off. Turn left along the coast. Let's go the coast the other way this time. Oh, someone coming in. Oh, level off. And gentle bank. Maintaining altitude. Checking the speed. Around to 180 degrees. We'll do a slightly shorter flight this time, along to the pier. Back again should be enough. We'll see how we go. Yeah, trying to keep everything tidy. I'm controlling it a bit better this time. Back on the speed a little bit. Up to the coast. Banking left. Level off. Going east, 90 degrees. And like I said, a short flight. Let's really try this. Formation flying in a Spitfire. There's the pier. So we go for a steeper bank round the pier. Over Brighton. Well no, let's go, actually let's go up to the docks. I don't know if it's docks or what it is, but a couple of cruise ships there. Yeah, this. Oh, losing altitude. This marina. That was the word I was looking for. Come on, you've lost altitude. Come on, get back up to 1,000 feet. It's at a slightly steeper bank this time. Still trying to maintain 1,000 feet. Speed's dropped off a bit. I'm going to be flying around, leveling off. There's Brighton Pier again. Brighton to our left. Looks like someone is in front of us, perhaps on the circuit. So I will fly a quick circuit around Shoreham because I'm not sure what that aircraft there is. A little high. So we'll do bank round to north. And then when we get to the hills, around to 270. Should see the airfield down there. There it is. Someone crossing it at the moment. Oh, it's quite busy. There's another one over there. So there's the runway. So, Golf Mike Romeo Uniform Sierra downwind, Echo Golf Kilo Alpha. I wonder if he's going in for finals. Yeah, looks like he is. So we'll join behind him. Speed's looking good. Altitude, yeah, 1,000 feet, that's okay. So Golf Mike Romeo Uniform Sierra turning base. Flaps down. Gear down. And green. And we got 1 red, 3 whites, 2 red, 2 whites. We'll lining up, speed's looking good. Whoops. Oh, I did it better than landing last time. Going a little bit fast, I think. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's the guy that just landed. Okie doke. But we're down. Any landing you can walk away from is a good one. No, it's not. Someone has to pay for the aircraft. So I think our friend over there is just doing some circuits. He won't appear in the recordings, by the way. It doesn't record other AI traffic. Well, I don't believe it does. I think it only records your aircraft. And if you see other AI aircraft in the playback, those are other players or whatever you're using. Just roll around. Around here. Well, it's quite busy, isn't it? Yeah, that's a real sensible place to park. Just because you got lots of money. Okey-doke. So we come round. And parking brakes on. Headset off. And out of VR for a second. Sky Dolly. Stop. Formation. Oh no. We select that one, then we go to formation, logbook, load that aircraft, formation flying to the left, and hit record. So, that's it. Alright. So, headset back on, and then I can show you what I'm seeing. Whoops. Hopefully I can show you what I'm seeing. Yeah, so there I am. Hopefully I'm going to start taxiing in a minute. I need to get out of the way as well. Oh, he's going already. That's looking good. Yeah, so that jumping up and down that you see on the AI aircraft in front of you, that's apparently a limitation. You don't get that when you're flying with other aircraft. It's just this Playback that does it. Hopefully they will do something and sort it out. It's a little bit frustrating, but just look at this technology. I'm old enough to come from a time when I was playing Flight Simulator on a Sinclair Spectrum, the Scion Flight Simulator, 48K, 8-bit graphics. So, oh yes, remember? I nearly went off the runway because I was busy looking down at the trim. I said just brake and then adjust the trim. So, a couple of notches down, lights on, he's off, I'm off. Whoa. Gear up. Hey! We did it. Now, I'm going to put a lot more speed on. Try and catch up. 1,000 feet, remember? Slowed off too soon. Leveling off at 1,000 feet. Round to 180. I'm working the throttle like a good one here, forward and back. So, I guess this is what you do when you're flying in formation. You spend most of your time looking at your flight leader or the plane that's closest to you that you've got to, and occasionally jump down to the dials. See, he's getting away. Back off the throttle, back on the throttle, back off the throttle, back on, full throttle because he's accelerating, back on the throttle more, forward, back, round. 240 I'm doing at the moment. Getting very close. More throttle. Back off. Well, it's sort of formation flying, isn't it? But I'm not very... It's not very good. I'm not maintaining a position. I'm going up and down, forward and backwards. Now when you see the red arrows, they're rock solid. They've got a position, mind you, they've got someone shouting out what speed they're doing and what direction they're going in. And I'm doing this from memory. Yeah, he was a bit low, wasn't he? And then it's a hard bank at 1,000 feet. So, whoa, lost concentration there for a minute. I was busy thinking about talking about that other plane we saw when I did the first circuit. No, see, I've lost it just for a second. And it was going sort of well up to that point. Let's catch back up. I have to admit though, I am getting a little bit better. I don't sort of look it, but I am getting better at this. I'm getting a feel for it. And I'm sure a couple more hours of this. Don't worry, I won't make you suffer. I'm not going to stream it all. But a couple more hours of this and I should be getting proficient. Who knows? Might be putting on a show over Duxford. I mean, the first time I did this in X-Plane with the Hawks, trying this formation flying, I felt I was flying in formation if I was in the same county as them. That's the, see, coming out of those turns, maintaining the altitude, because when I was flying it first time round, too close. When I was flying it first time round, I was watching the instruments. Now I'm not, well, as can be seen, because you're seeing what I'm seeing, I'm not looking at the instruments, am I? Well, I should be. But how can I look at the instruments and look at him? But if I had the flight plan and knew where he was going to be, what altitude, what heading, and what speed, perhaps I could spend more time looking at the instruments. Right, I think I'll have to put, yeah, he's got his flaps down, so I'll put my flaps down. Check my speed. Whoa. Gear down, flaps down. Coming right behind him. Remember I did a couple of kangaroo hops. A little low. Trying to bleed off some speed. Oh, that was a nicer landing. Where's the other arrow? Where have I gone? Oh, there I am, up there. So we can go and park. And that's how you do it. And then I can repeat it again. I'm not going to stream that now. It's getting late. My reactions are... Oh, let's open the canopy so I can look out. Yo! Flaps up. Anyway, bit of formation flying, and if you want to have a go at it, you can see what I did, and you can see where I went wrong and how I crashed. Well, that's the joy of live streaming, isn't it? All unrehearsed, all in VR. And I'll show you how you can play it back and look at what you did in a second. Let's just park up. Brakes on, headset off. Whew. Right, sort that out of VR, sort my mouse out. For some reason, I can't get back onto my... I'm using a product... Oh! I'm using a product called Synergy, because I have several PCs. I'm trying to do it with one keyboard, but the mouse is up there, and Synergy should, when I drag the mouse down, take me to the other PC, but it's not. Is Synergy running? That's why. Oh yes, it is. Synergy. Oh no, that's Google. Very similar icon. Let's do Synergy. I'm gonna unplug these. Whoops. Just unplug my joysticks and get them out of the way. Down the floor for a second. Right, okay, I'll use my Stream Deck. For some reason I can't change that. Let's lights in. No. Oh, lights in. Laptop. Main PC. Flight sim. It's got, my mouse is locked and I can't log on to, actually that's going to be interesting because I won't be able to stop the stream. Oh, there we go. Oof. Good. That one's thrown me. So, move you over there a bit. And stop. So if I go to my logbook, I've now got this flight here with 2 aircraft. And if I hit the play button, let's get my trusty controller out. Keep default, resume. Showcase. Try and level it. There we go. And Sky Dolly. Play. So now I can view back. And see what's happening. How good was I? Well, I know how good I was. I was bloody awful. So the drone camera is following the second aircraft there. There's the first one. Still a little bit of jitter there, jumping up and down, but not as bad as it was. So, formation flying. This is me flying with me. Takeoffs were ropey. First takeoff was bad. Second takeoff was a little bit better. Apprentice Spitfire pilots. Here's that kick to the left. Whoa. But hey, come on, that wasn't bad, was it? It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. I've got to catch up. And get on his wing. What I'm trying to catch up with. And of course, while you're in Sky Dolly, close this down a little bit, move it out of the way. Come on. You can scrub the play bar, so I can do that. Find the ideal camera shot. Well, that sort of looks like I'm flying in formation, doesn't it? Get that out of the way. Ah, deep joy. How long have I been doing this for? Don't know. So, there you go. My first live stream. Might try it again. If anyone fancies joining in, let me know in the comments. And perhaps we can do a joint flight. Practice this formation flying. Oh, excuse me. 23:32. And talk. So, thank you for taking time to watch this. Hey, you can scrub it forward. Perhaps I should be doing this on Twitch. What the hell is Twitch? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to work on some of those Stream Deck videos and Air Manager Pro. That's coming up. And as usual, enjoy flying and take care of yourselves. And a very, very good night to you. Stop broadcasting.